I was one of those kids that was actually really excited for my period because I just wanted boobs so bad. And like I had read that like after you get your period, you get boobs.
I usually rely pretty heavily on tampons and the occasional pad overnight.
Kind of have always worn a combination of tampons and pads.
Tampons, like, they're super convenient, but also they hurt. They're uncomfortable. It's just that they're much easier than pads. Pads are really bulky and loud, and it feels like you're wearing this soggy cloud in your underwear.
About 2 years ago, I switched to using only organic tampons because I found out that a lot of the normal tampons have been bleached white. So when you put that tampon inside of you, you're unknowingly absorbing bleach into your vagina.
I hate thinking about the waste that's created by tampons and knowing that I'm literally personally contributing to that. But on the other hand, there's not a lot of options for women who are just bleeding. Like, I can't just go to work and free bleed.
I feel like periods are sort of shrouded in secrecy. Like when you start your period, it's sort of like, you're starting your period. And that is still really confusing to me because I think that's why we don't really have a lot of alternatives, because we're not having a lot of conversations about periods and like just the vagina and the vulva in general.
I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm like, why is this so short? Like, I'm worried that it's just gonna be up there and get stuck forever. And like, I have to fold it a certain way. I don't know, you guys.
I feel like you have to like know origami to put it in your vagina.
Let's take a shower and then I'll stick it in while I'm in the shower and I'll let you guys know how it feels. There's just something about it, like if you could touch it, I just hope it's not itchy. I used the sponge and they basically went to the bottom of the Great Barrier Reef and like scraped it off of a coral wall.
Just got the panties, doing the unboxing. They're V-cute. I feel like they look like normal underwear, like just cute ass high-waisted. The pad is very thin, which I appreciate because I was really worried it would be like super clunky, which I'm not into. So far so good.
I'm in the bathroom about to attempt to put this on successfully. It's a tiny bit confusing. I don't know if the liner goes inside the actual pad.
This is no joke. It's not in my vagina, in case you were wondering. 15 minutes later, still can't get the little fucker in. I folded it, I tried to put it in, I got it halfway in, and then it fucking bounced open. I don't really want to keep doing it. It seems like so much work for something that I'm gonna have to empty out in 30 minutes, because there's no way that baby's holding all the blood that's gonna come out of my vagina today.
The sponge is in. I just realized as I was putting it in, I was like, I hope this doesn't get lost in my vagina because I use the Diva Cup, but the Diva Cup has a little knobby thing at the bottom that helps you be able to like pull it out. I'm really scared of pushing it so far back that it's hard for me to like grab it.
Does it have like a
Spot.
string? Like
No, there's no string.
So you've got to reach up.
Yeah. No, there's no, like, it's just a sponge.
Just a sponge.
So I think you have to pinch it out. Ooh, so my first thoughts are they're really comfortable. They feel really soothing and comforting. There's something to be said. I pulled out my tampon to put them on and it was nice like taking out something and just like letting it all blow.
It's on now, and so far I can feel it's there, but it's pretty comfortable. It's like a little vag cushion. I'm not complaining.
First I was pretty apprehensive because same thing, I'm like, pads, man, they're not sexy, they're loud, they get dirty really quickly. But it was the best thing. It literally felt like a pillow for my vagina.
So I've had the cup in for less than 10 minutes now and I'm sitting down and I can definitely feel it. And I also don't feel like it's doing what I need it to do. And it's really uncomfortable. I'm giving myself 5 more minutes before I go inside and rip this thing out of me.
Once it was in, I don't think I inserted it correctly because I could feel it. And I don't think you're supposed to be able to feel it. You're supposed to just live your life.
I was actually really joking about the itching. It's not like, oh my gosh, my crotch is on fire. But there's just like a little bit of you know, like I want to go scratch it. I think I might have it a little bit too low. I might need to push it up a little bit more. It would kind of almost slide down my vagina sometimes. So like, it would just be like, it's just like hanging out.
It's like peeking out.
Yeah.
So we're 2 hours into wearing white while wearing the Thinx, and I don't think I'm ever going back to anything else. It just feels so good to not have anything inside of me. I think you're still gonna kind of need like a backup when you're heavy, but as far as like medium to moderate, these puppies are good to go.
I'm about to have a shower and then try the Luna pads for the night. So you can see white sheets. So this is gonna be the ultimate test. It's the deal breaker. Time to shine, Luna.
Did you feel like you were worried about like spillage?
I was, but they're quite wide.
Okay.
And they kind of wrap all the way around, and then you clip them as well.
Oh,
so they're
shit.
safe, they're secure. And then at night, it just felt really nice. Like
Yeah.
this extra little cushion on my arm.
Okay, I'm currently the only person in this 2-person stall, but I'm just wondering how the fuck I'm supposed to clean my cup out in this sink if someone walks in. No.
I just stood up, nothing happened. Like, I keep living in fear, but like, I'm protected. Like, if they developed a Thinx that could hold like 5 tampons worth of blood, like, that you could literally just wear all day.
You'd pay $100 for that.
Hundreds.
Yeah, because it'd be so worth the investment.
There were no leaks on the bed. I just got enough to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna check out what's going down. Everything's fallen into the right place. There's no mess. I was kind of worried that it like would maybe have trailed out onto my thighs at all, but no.
The one downside is that it's like not sexy at all.
Yeah.
Not that should be your number one fear, but like when I went to bed, I did feel like lying next to my partner, I'm like, man, I'm kind of wearing this like huge
Like
adult
diaper.
I just woke up and I feel like Thinx was made for sleeping while you're on your period. It was awesome, like all throughout the night, not having to worry about whether or not I had a tampon in.
We should just have more options. Like that's what bothers me at the end of the day. Like here's 4, maybe 2 of them are like reasonable for you, maybe just 1. How are we only having 1 option for people to like do something that's been around for thousands of years, you know?
I definitely think I had the sponge in just a little bit too low because I felt like it was gonna plop out. So I came to the bathroom to adjust it, but when I tried to push it farther back, like it was just rubbing up against my vagina in a way that like I don't like. But now that it's up there, I feel fine. So the Diva Cup, like once you get it in there, like you don't feel it for the rest of the day for me. Whereas like with that, like it's the first time in a long time where I could not feel it. Like I was just so mindful of it every time. Like even like when I went to pee, when I went to sit, like it was just like, I didn't like being that present in my period. Like it's already like hard enough to deal with the cramps and everything else, but like then to be cognizant of like something being in your vagina was too much.
Would you try the Diva Cup again?
Yeah, I would definitely try the Diva Cup again. In fact, I'm going to on my next period. I want to keep trying until I find a way for it to work for me.
I would hands down try Luna pads again, for sure. I don't think there's anything that they could improve on either.
The only thing that I would improve about Thinx is just another level up of absorbency. Like keep the ones you have for heavy days and then have like that like extra heavy day, like the overnight almost, you know, like they have with pads.
Yeah.
And I think just like if there was a way to figure out, like if more companies start doing it, maybe like a way to make it cheaper so it's more accessible.
It's like opening a bag of potato chips in a cinema when it's like in a really quiet scene and everyone just turns around and hates you. That's what I feel like a pad is like. The Luna pad is like having an ice cream in the cinema. No one hears it, everyone's happy.